Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Great English Podcast. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Mark. We're thrilled to have you with us today. We have a truly exciting topic lined up. Today, we're going to discuss how you can use movies to improve your English listening skills.
Absolutely. Movies can be a fantastic tool for learning English. They are fun, engaging, and filled with real-life language. We'll talk about why watching movies is great for learning English and how you can get started.
First, let's dive into why movies are so good for learning English. When you watch a movie, you hear how people really speak. You get to listen to different accents, hear how words are pronounced, and learn new vocabulary.
Exactly, Mark. Movies also show you how people use body language and facial expressions. This helps you understand the meaning of what they are saying, even if you don't catch every word.
Another great thing about movies is that they're entertaining. When you enjoy what you're watching, it doesn't feel like studying. You're having fun and learning at the same time.
And there are so many different kinds of movies to choose from: action movies, comedies, dramas, and even animated films. No matter what you're interested in, there's a movie for you.
Now, let's talk about how to get started with using movies to learn English. First, choose a movie that you like. It's important to pick something that you're interested in. If you like the movie, you'll want to watch it more than once.
Good point, Mark. Watching a movie more than once can help you understand it better. The first time you watch, just enjoy the movie. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Try to get the general idea of the story.
Yes, the first time is just for fun. The second time you watch, try to pay more attention to the language. Listen to how the characters talk. Try to pick out new words and phrases. You can also turn on English subtitles to see how words are spelled and how sentences are put together.
Another tip is to pause the movie and repeat what the characters say. This is called shadowing. It helps you practice your pronunciation and speaking skills. You can also write down new words and look them up later.
Great idea, Catherine. And remember, you don't have to understand every single word. Focus on getting the main idea. Over time, you'll understand more and more.
Yes, and don't be afraid to watch the same movie many times. Each time you watch, you'll notice new things and understand more. It's like peeling an onion, layer by layer.
Absolutely. You can also talk about the movie with friends or family. Discussing the movie helps you practice speaking and thinking in English. You can talk about the story, the characters, and your favorite scenes.
Discussing the movie is a great way to practice. You can even write a short summary of the movie. This will help you improve your writing skills and remember new vocabulary.
Movies are a wonderful tool for learning English. They're fun, full of real-life language, and offer many learning opportunities. Start with a movie you like, watch it more than once, use subtitles, practice shadowing, and discuss it with others.
That's right. Now, let's talk about choosing the right movies for learning English. We'll give you some recommendations and tips on what to look for.
Choosing the right movie is very important. Not all movies are equally helpful for learning English. Here are some tips on what to look for when picking a movie.
The first tip is to choose a movie that matches your current level of English. If you are a beginner, or at an elementary level, start with movies that have simple language and clear pronunciation. Animated movies or family films are often a good choice, because they are made for a wide audience and use simple language.
That's a great point. For example, movies from Disney or Pixar are usually very good for beginners. They have clear speech, simple vocabulary, and interesting stories. Plus, they are very entertaining, so you won't get bored.
Another tip is to choose movies with subtitles. Watching a movie with English subtitles can help you understand the dialogue better. It also helps you see how words are spelled and how sentences are structured. Try to use English subtitles, even if it's challenging at first. This will really help you improve your listening and reading skills.
Yes, subtitles are very helpful. And if you are at an intermediate level, you can start watching movies with more complex language and themes. But it's still a good idea to choose movies with clear dialogue. For example, romantic comedies, dramas, or even some action movies can be good choices.
That's right. Romantic comedies like Notting Hill or The Proposal usually have a lot of dialogue and everyday language. Dramas like The Pursuit of Happiness or Forrest Gump are also good because they tell engaging stories and use clear, understandable language.
Another good choice for intermediate learners is TV series. TV series often use everyday language and have ongoing stories that keep you interested. Shows like Friends or The Office are popular because they are funny and use a lot of conversational English.
Yes, TV series can be very effective for learning because you get used to the characters' voices and speech patterns over time. This makes it easier to understand them and follow the story.
Now, let's talk about what to avoid. It's best to avoid movies with a lot of slang, heavy accents, or very fast speech when you are just starting out. These can be difficult to understand and might be frustrating.
Good point. For example, movies with a lot of specialized jargon, like science fiction or certain crime dramas, might be hard to follow. It's also a good idea to avoid movies with very thick regional accents until you are more confident in your listening skills.
And don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. It's normal to miss some words or phrases, especially if the movie is fast-paced. Just try to get the general idea and enjoy the story. Your understanding will improve with practice.
Exactly. And another great tip is to read a summary of the movie before you watch it. This will give you an idea of the plot and main characters, so you won't feel lost. Websites like IMDb or Wikipedia often have good summaries of movies.
That's a very helpful tip. Also, consider watching the movie with a friend who is also learning English. You can pause and discuss parts of the movie together. This makes the learning process more interactive and fun.
Yes, watching with a friend is a great idea. You can help each other understand difficult parts and discuss new vocabulary together. It's always more fun to learn with someone else.
And finally, remember to enjoy the process. Watching movies should be a fun and relaxing way to learn English. Don't stress too much about understanding every word. Focus on enjoying the story and picking up new languages naturally.
We've talked about why movies are great for learning English, how to choose the right movies, and some practical techniques to improve your listening skills. Now, let's discuss how different movie genres can help you learn different aspects of English.
Yes, different genres can offer unique learning opportunities. By choosing a variety of genres, you can expose yourself to different types of language and cultural contexts. Let's start with one of the most popular genres, romantic comedies.
Romantic comedies, often called rom-coms, are great for learning conversational English. They typically involve a lot of dialogue between characters, which means you get to hear everyday language and expressions. Movies like 10 Things I Hate About You are filled with phrases and vocabulary that are useful in daily conversations.
That's right. Romantic comedies also tend to have clearer, slower speech, making it easier for learners to understand. Plus, the humorous and light-hearted nature of these movies makes them enjoyable to watch.
Next, let's talk about drama. Dramas are fantastic for learning more formal and emotional language. They often deal with serious topics and complex emotions, so you can learn how to express deeper feelings and thoughts in English. Movies like A Beautiful Mind provide rich vocabulary and complex sentence structures.
Dramas can also expose you to different accents and regional dialects. For example, in The King's Speech, you hear a British accent and formal language. Listening to these variations helps you become more versatile in understanding and speaking English.
Another genre to consider is action and adventure. These movies are fast-paced and filled with exciting scenes. While they may not have as much dialogue as romantic comedies or dramas, the dialogue they do have is often direct and straightforward. Films like Indiana Jones can help you learn imperative sentences and action-related vocabulary.
Yes, action movies are great for learning commands and instructions. You'll hear characters giving orders, making plans, and reacting to situations quickly. This can be very useful for improving your listening speed and comprehension.
And let's not forget about documentaries. Documentaries are educational films that can help you learn about specific topics in English. They often feature clear and precise narration, which is great for learning specialized vocabulary and understanding complex subjects. For example, the documentary Planet Earth introduces you to environmental and scientific terms.
Documentaries also provide a lot of factual information and structured language, making them perfect for academic learning. They can improve your listening skills and expand your knowledge at the same time.
Finally, we have animated films. While often considered children's movies, animated films are fantastic for learners of all ages. They use simple, clear language and are designed to be easily understood. Films from studios like Pixar and Disney, such as Finding Nemo, are engaging and filled with useful vocabulary.
Animated films also teach cultural references and idiomatic expressions in a fun way. They are perfect for learners who want to improve their understanding of everyday English in a light-hearted context.
So, whether you're watching a romantic comedy, a drama, an action movie, a documentary, or an animated film, you're sure to improve your English in a fun and effective way.
That's all for today's episode. We hope you found these tips helpful and are inspired to start using movies to improve your English. Remember, the key is to enjoy the process and learn naturally.
Yes, and don't forget to share your favorite movies with us. We'd love to hear what you're watching and how it's helping you learn English. Thanks for joining us today on the Great English Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe for more episodes like this.
Until next time, keep learning and have fun.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.